Alright, buddy, what are we doing today? We're gonna make a target for your mama, make her a stand, so we can hang a target for her. From a old little nugget, but today we're gonna do a little bit of non-racing related stuff real quick. Autumn, my old lady, she finally got herself well, it's a Christmas present for me, but she's been wanting a competition bow for a while, a compound bow. I don't know nothing about all that stuff, but she's a pretty good shot with it. She's been asked to join a few teams. She used to shoot back when she was younger, and she was like part of the, what are they called? Olympics, or the, whatever, Kid Olympics or something like that. I don't know. She'll have to tell you more about that, but we're going to build her a target out of some PVC pipe real quick. And then this morning I went ahead and did like a final wash for the off season. We're going to strip the car, all the front suspension off of it at least, and get it, back bare, and then do some updates. And I'll kind of explain what we're going to do for the updates and that kind of deal. All right, tell them what you got.
Okay. I got a new Matthews Prima lady bow with a really crappy sight right now, but that's okay. We'll upgrade later. It's really expensive. With just a simple whisker biscuit and a Matthews flatline stabilizer. I didn't go with the 12 or 10 inch this time because, well, I haven't shot in like 7 years, so we'll make progress. And I got this really cool quick disconnect so that I can just slide her in and only twist her a little bit. I don't have to twist for freaking ever, which is great. And yeah, that's what I got.
So going back to what I was talking about earlier, tell them about what you used to do 7 years ago.
I used to shoot ASA tournaments.
And what was the Olympic stuff or whatever?
Oh, I was offered a spot on a junior Olympic team.
Junior Olympics, that's what I was trying to say.
A junior Olympic team. But there was a little mishap with my bow, and I didn't have it anymore to go shoot. So I unfortunately had to pass up that opportunity. So.
But now she's got a couple teams asking her to join, so yeah, she's going to be able to, I guess, relive youth. And kind of have something like what I got for racing. She's going to have a hobby again, which is good.
Yep.
You ready, buddy? Ready to get started?
Now I just need to stand for this.
Alright, so it took me all of maybe 3 minutes to build this thing. 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide, and it's got 4 legs that are 2 foot long. Should work for her. I think she'll be happy with it. Last night, the little actual target was used to decide our dinner. Heather, Jamin, and Autumn couldn't figure it out, and I never picked, so we were either going to get barbecue, pizza, or B-dubs, some chicken wangs. We ended up having pizza. It's pretty good. Had some old Papa John's. Nuggets over here enjoying a lollipop. He's supervising. He's spoiled. But we'll have her go back here and test it out real quick. And then, we'll get on to some race car stuff. Gonna have this nice little audience. Got Nugget and the pig.
Ready?
Are you ready? Show them what you got.
Go!
Right on the edge.
Yeah.
Look at that. Well, I don't know. That's probably pretty hard to do. Look at that booty. Were you aiming at the top dot?
Yes.
You missed it.
By a little bit. It's okay.
Lola.
Nugget.
Lola, you're going to get shot.
Nugget. Ready?
All right, congratulations. I built you a, whatever your target stand. Now I have to go work on race cars.
Thank you, hon.
Love you.
Love you.
All right, well, got the old lady taken care of. And now back to work on the race car. So looking at the front end, it's a little bit off. I'm not sure if I want to try to repair the way this is buckled. Not sure if I'm just gonna try to just cut this out and then re-plate it after I pull it back out. I've seen some people do that, and actually we've done that on some cars. Or if I'll just come down here and move the mount for the idle arm, actually bring the pivot, the idle arm forward, pivot it off the top bolt. But as you can see, it's pretty close in there. So looking at it from the top, well, obviously the greaser's been blocked off, and then I run the outpay stuff, so they're greasable from the inside. But you can see this one's a whole lot closer than, say, driver's side, and it's all in. And the center link's not bent. We've actually checked that. It's all in the way this frame horn's actually been pushed back and up. So, I mean, you can see that it's got about 3/8 of an inch of raise here, maybe even a 1/2 inch where it's been pushed back. So I think if we pull this, actually pull it out and then get it back up level with the other frame horn, we'll be good to go. At the end of the day, ultimately, it's a race car. All it is bars and metal welded together. So, does it really matter? No. Either way I do it, I know it can be done in the way to get all the geometry back. And, you know, there's a couple other things I want to do. I'm thinking about cutting the stock frame rail back to right about here. And then the only reason I want to do that is you can see it's got a stretch crack right here where it's been hit. And what I'd end up doing is actually cutting this off or creating a brace for the stock frame rail further forward, plating the end just like it is here, just like Shaw does it, but cutting it back up to here and then bracing it to a tab right here. Just like what they're doing on the newer cars. That's how, I don't remember if it's 2020 or 2021 when they started doing that. I believe it was 2021 when they started making that brace like replaceable, as well as the header guard replaceable. And now there is no header guard, which I'm a fan of the header guard because headers are expensive, and I'd like to be able to protect, you know, a $1,000 investment. But it is what it is, and we're gonna get to tearing this thing down. I plan on taking and putting the +1 lower on the right front so I can get the camber I want. I couldn't get any more than about 4 degrees on the right front, which isn't nearly enough for what we're trying to do. And also, Ryan has coordinated with Outpace, and we have a custom built upper for the left front so we can get that camber that we wanted in the left front. And that's a big problem on my car, is when I go off in the corner, the front end just isn't with the rear end, if you will. It's not up to speed with it. So when I go off in the corner, I can only get 2 degrees in my left front, or 3 degrees in my left front. Well, I want more. I want like triple that. And that way, when I go off in the corner, I set that left front down, it actually tries to pull me in the corner instead of, you know, pushing up the racetrack. And I think that's a big thing Front end geometry is huge on any type of race car. I don't care if it's a front wheel drive on up to super late model. Asphalt, dirt, it's all the same. Geometry is geometry, and I know my dad, he's always preached that to me, as well as Gary Marchant, Mr. Larry. Everybody say a prayer for Mr. Larry. He's been having some medical things going on. He hasn't really been able to get out and go to the track with us because we've been traveling and all. He hasn't really been in the videos lately, and I hate it. I love Mr. Larry to death. But say a quick prayer for him. God knows what it's for, so just keep him in y'all's thoughts. But the rear of this car is pretty good. The 4-link bracket on the right rear tweaked a little bit, but should be pretty easy. I'm just gonna make a spacer and strengthen up where it's kind of bowed in here. I'm just gonna make a spacer and put a bolt in there, and that should make the 4-link bracket where if it does get hit again like it has, then it won't bend in like that quite as bad. But we got the Outpace pull bar on this thing with a Swift spring. That's my favorite combination I've had on it. We tried the biscuit style. I'm not really a fan of the biscuits. And then I had a BSB pull bar on it. It was all right. I just didn't like how I couldn't fine tune it and adjust on it as easy as I can on this Outpace. If anybody needs any parts over the winter, Weir's Outpace, anything from, pretty much anything you can get from Speedway, you can get it straight through Ryan and I at RTR Parts Performance. Just keep in mind that we do bodies. We can do everything. We actually have a street stock we're going to be doing here shortly. If y'all need lower control arms, we use the Airs fabrication lower control arms on the front. We can get those for y'all if you're local or whatnot. But everything y'all buy from us helps us out where we can go and race. And we're trying to start this business where we can pretty much race like some of these other guys and race for a living. If y'all haven't noticed some of these cars that we race against, I mean, they're legit professionals. They got engineers working on their cars, and I want to get on that level. I think they're a step above us, and they truthfully are. They got the money behind them. They got they got the knowledge behind them, and not knocking any of them because they've busted their tails to get there. But that's what we're going to try to do, is get on that type of level. And hopefully next year, if everything goes as planned, I'm wanting to try to run the Mid-Atlantic Series as much as I can, and I want to try to run for Rookie of the Year in that series. And I think I have a good enough car to do so. Hopefully I can get my engine back from Ramey, and the SP2 will be for the big tracks, and we have another engine package that I might try to get put together for the smaller tracks, just so I can keep some of the time off the expensive motor. We all know SP2s are expensive. They're about $7,000 just to refresh, so it's not cheap. Racing isn't cheap. Which brings me to another point, or another topic that I wanted to get to in this video. If any of you guys out there that want to help out on the car or help out with travel expenses, which we kind of have a sponsor that is stepping up, and he's wanting to help out the team with travel expenses so we can make some of these bigger shows, and that's how we got to Florida. And a huge thank you to him, because that trip it wouldn't have been possible without having that extra little bit of finance to get down there. And but if anybody wants to help out through the year with tires, fuel, anything like that, hit us up. Everybody sponsors a little bit different. I mean, you got product sponsors, you got people that want to, help with tires or fuel or what have you. Every little bit helps any racer out there. So just everybody keep that in mind. Racing's gotten where it is very expensive, and it just, sponsors go a long ways. I know this year I'm going to have to upgrade some of my safety equipment. So if anybody wants to help out on that, then I'd be very appreciative. And, you know, just anything helps. So leave it at that. If anybody's interested, I'll drop the email, and y'all can obviously comment on the videos and all that kind of stuff. But huge thank you to everybody that's helped me last year. Jay at Action Investigations Firm, I can't thank him enough. He kept us as good of a car as we could because, you know, having fresh rubber on the car. But anyhow, everybody that helped on the car last year, just extremely appreciative. I've never really had sponsors until last year, and it's nice to have that extra little bit of help. But racing on the type of level that we're at now, it's very expensive and couldn't do without sponsors. So just another little thank you to y'all. But we're going to get into the work now. Kind of already got it. She's pretty much down to the bones. Now, I'm not going to pull the rear end out or anything because the rear end should be fine. I haven't really had any crazy things hitting the wall or anything like that so far with it. But like I said, I'm going to do some updates on the front, put some beefier spindles on it, as well as getting the proper lowers on it. Well, as y'all can see, we're going to have a few little spares next season. It never hurts to have, you know, some spares. So when we're, you know, 6 hours away from home, something, you know, so minute as like a ball joint, take us out of a race. Or, you know, maybe we hurt it in a heat race or something. I'm all about having spares. So very happy that over the winter we'll be able to get some new parts on the front end, and then we'll have some spares in the trailer. Nugget, trying to take lug nuts off. The kid's pretty smart. There you go. You got it. There you go. You got it. All right, but about all we're gonna do today. I'm gonna start getting the parts list together, and we'll start getting the parts in, and you know, we'll be putting it back together here shortly. That way, when the body, well, we can go the body without it on the ground. Honestly, just can't do the plastics, all that kind of stuff. But we can get the sides and all cut out and get it ready for the body at least, and then now we can, you know, maybe finesse that horn out a little bit. I know a couple people with some frame machines, so we might take it and get it on a frame machine. Be kind of easy to do. But anyhow, that's all for today. I appreciate everybody that watches the videos. Everybody that subscribed to the channel. It's kind of like a loss for words. But if y'all don't mind, hit the subscribe button. You know, hit the like button. Leave a comment. And we'll catch y'all in the next video.